Okay, well, welcome little ninjas in the future to our awesome class of little ninjas. I hope you're having a great day. Let's get this party started. So first of all, stand up nice and strong. Good. And take your right hand, make a powerful fist. This represents your power. Take your left hand, cover your power with your wisdom, and bow. Awesome, guys. And then you can just start to run on the spot. Cool. Now we're going to try a couple different warm-up moves as we get our bodies nice and warm today. So run a little bit faster. Run a little bit faster. Move your arms more. Move your knees higher. Good. And start to slow down. Hey, awesome. Welcome. Great. You can see. Okay, and jumping jacks. Cool. Now cool jumping jacks. So take your arms and your feet and cross them when you come in. Nice. Good job, guys. Okay, and hopping down into crab position and walk around like a crab. And switch to bear crawl. Run around like a bear. Nice, and coming up, and walk like a very fast penguin. Awesome. Hey, Elliot, great to see you. Cool, guys. Looking really good. Okay. Hey, got a few more slipping in. Good to see you guys. Okay. Well, let's keep on getting warm so you can run in place. Give you guys a second to join in. Good, run into place, nice work. Okay, now lift one knee, crane stance. Good, and circles to the outside. Good, and circles to the inside. Good, and switch your legs. Circles to the outside. And circles to the inside. Very nice. Okay, now take your arms, put them up to the side like this, put your butt out the other way, and switch. 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 Back and forth. And then you can start to floss. So one hand goes behind. If you don't know how to floss, just rock the normal one, but try and start going faster. Side to side. Faster. Faster. Faster, fast you can. Yeah. Good, and back to jogging. Running nice and fast. Okay, run as fast as you can. Ready? On your spot, go. Run as fast as you can. Boom. Okay, awesome, guys, looking great. And hopping onto our butts. Good. Wave your feet in the air like you just don't care. Wave your arms in the air like you got no hair. I don't know. Just have fun waving your arms and your feet. Good. And back break falls. Go. Boom. Good. Remember, you don't want to let your head touch. So roll back, but keep your head off the ground. Looking really good, guys. Nice work with that. Okay, so now we're going to do some balancing. So now as you go back, point your feet up towards the sky. So you go back, and now you catch your butt. Try and balance your body nice and straight. Get your butt up as high as you can. Very nice. Good. And coming down. Nice. Now it's time for our side break falls. Now, Annika, you look totally set for this. So, you know, if you do it from standing, that's totally cool. Otherwise, you can go from seated, where you have one leg straight, one knee bent. Pat your straight side. You're going to tip over and land on that side. Tip over. Woo! Good. Nice. And coming right back up. Woo-cha! Good. So other knee up, other leg straight. Tip the other way. Woo! Good. And up. And just keep on going back and forth. Woo! Woo! Good. Now, really good position if you fall. This is one of the best ways to land if you fall. Let's say I slip on a banana peel. I start to fall. I can land like this and stay nice and safe. But if someone's attacking me, I don't want to stay like this. I want to go into my ground martial arts stance. And it's very simple. All I do is I bend the bottom leg. Now, my hands are up and I'm ready to protect myself. So we can all now go into our ground defense stance. So you're on your side. You can actually bring one hand up. So you've got one elbow on the ground and you're here ready to do some awesome kicks. So get in position, go. Awesome. Good. Now from position, with your top leg, you can do some front snap kicks. Good. Unleash those fierce front snap kicks. So you might be kicking them in the knees or somewhere else. If they're coming at you with your front snap kick. Good. Now, you can also do your stomp. So we're on the ground right now. And okay, in case you're interested, we're on our side. Good. So from here, you can stomp with your bottom foot. Stomp or stomp. So now you're stomping on them. This one's really powerful. Boom, 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 boom. Good. And the last one, you can kick them like a soccer ball. Boosh. So your leg comes forward and kicks. And these are all fancy moves that you can do if you're on the ground. Boom. Good. Now coming to your butt. Good. This one's a little bit different. So now on your butt, see if you can spin in a circle. Good. If you can spin in a circle, try and spin the other way. Good. And then, oh, you have no arms. Okay, and keep spinning as fast as you can. Awesome, guys. Good job. Nice work. And let's stand up for a moment. So everyone, right leg back. Jumbe. Hey. Awesome. Okay. Now from here, just quick review. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Give that a try. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Good. Now we're going to do a couple new moves. Good to see you, Emmett. So hammer fist. So this one you're smashing with your hammer fist with this part of your hand. Good. So hammer fist coming down and 1, boom. Good. 2, cross your arm here and hit across. 2, bam. Good. And 3, come back and hit across. Bam. Good. Let's just do that again. 1, bam. 2, bam. 3, bam. Good. One more time. 1, bam. 2, bam. Now 3 is the fancy one, so watch closely with 3. 3, you bring your arm back like you're drawing a bow and you're going to shoot an arrow. But instead of shooting an arrow, you bring your arm around from the side and you hit from the side. Boom. Good. So let's try it all together. 1, down. Boom. 2, across. Boom. Good. 3, draw back and hit. Bam. Nice. Good work with that, guys. Good. Now elbows. So these are elbow strikes. So get your elbows ready. Poof. Okay, my elbow's ready. And 1 is up. Bam. So we're hitting up with our elbow. 2 is down. Bam. Drop your weight down with your elbow. Good. Let's do that again. 1 is up. Bam. 2 is down. Bam. Awesome. 3 is back behind you. Yeah. And 4 is the fancy one. If you want to try the hard level, watch my feet and copy my feet. I do a C-step. So my feet slide together, and then this one slides forward. And then from here, I do my elbow number 4. I turn my body and I hit across like that. Bam. Good. So let's give that a try. Number 4, go. C-step, hit. Boom. And again, 4. C-step, hit. Nice. I love your hat, Emmett. You look like a superhero. Okay. And all 4 of them all together. 1, bam. 2, bam. 3, bam. And C-step, hit. Nice. Good work, guys. Okay. I think you guys are ready. Let's do a quick review of our blocks. Right leg back. Jump. Hey. Good. And cross palm blocks. Cross palm blocks. Good. And wing cover. Wing cover. Wing cover. Wing cover. Good. And body cover. Good. Elbows are in front of your body. Kind of make a shield with your arms. Good. And elbow cover. Cover one side and the other side. Good. And one side and the other side. Good. And switch as fast as you can. Awesome, guys. Good work. Okay. Now, in your imagination, I want you to imagine someone pushes you over. You fall backwards. Ah, that brick wall. Ah. Boom. Okay. Now from here, we're going to defend ourselves. Imagine somebody hopped on top of you. They're like, ooh, and they hop on top of you, just like I hopped on top of Pluto. So they're up on top of you, and they're going to start trying to do some hits at you. So let's learn a few moves to handle that. Although, you know, there's a whole art to that, literally. But for now, on the ground, your knees are up. They're sitting on your belly. They're trying to punch you. Do your cross palm blocks. Cross palm block. Cross palm block. Good. Cross palm block. And wing cover. Boom. And wing cover. Boom. So you're making a little shield. Good. Now, the last move we're going to do today, even though, you know, you're still in serious trouble, but you're doing some blocks, is you're going to catapult them with your hips. So fire your hip cannons, and you want to send them flying up in the air. So fire your hips. Not so much like that, Elliot. You want to keep your feet on the ground and shoot your butt up. Like that. Your goal, yeah, that was much better. If someone's on top of you, you want to shoot them off. Like a catapult. Good. So one more time. Powerful belly cannon. Shooting them over. Good. Nice work. Now let's do a few other moves. So now, let's say I managed to get on top. Now, in real life, I don't want to, like, this is a very strong thing to do, so you have to be careful because you could hurt your friend. Let's say I accidentally punch. If I'm playing with my friend, their head might go down and hit the ground. So doing martial arts, punching on the ground is more dangerous, so you have to be very, very careful. But it's good to practice and understand. So now, sitting, you can either sit on a pillow, or you can just kneel down on the ground. And now, just doing jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, onto the ground, or a pillow. Don't hurt your hand, though. Good. Nice. Try and kneel here. You don't want to be sitting cross-legged. Good. And now hook. Boom. Hook. Boom. Hook. Boom. Hook. Good. Nice. Okay. And hammer fist number 1. So make a powerful hammer with your hand and hit down. Boom. Good. Hammer fist number 2. Bring it here and hit from the side. Boom. And hammer fist number 3. Draw back and hit down. Boom. Good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. And last one, elbow number 2. So bring your elbow up and down. Smash. And up and smash. Good, guys. Nice. Now, obviously, you're not going to hurt anyone with this. Like, don't ever do it to people. Okay, it's powerful. But it's good to understand and good to know, especially for when you guys are older. Thank you for your help, Pluto. Great job with that. Awesome. If you had a pillow, put your pillow away. And let's hop up to our feet. Nice. Now, let's do a few minutes of kicks. So, right leg back. Hey. Awesome. And alternating high rise and heel kicks. Get those legs nice and warmed up. Good. Now, this is really good practice because you develop balance too. So try and keep your legs straight while you do this. Don't let your leg bend. And if you can, try and keep both your hands up and your elbows tucked in. Your hands up don't help you nearly as much if your elbows are out here. So you want to keep your elbows tucked in. No, I see some people being like, yeah, no, this is so much fun with my crazy elbows. Try not to have crazy elbows. There you go. Good. And front snap kicks. Woo-cha! 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 Good. Now we're going to try something really fancy today, okay? So just do your best with this. We're going to do 4 corners front snap kick. So I do a front snap kick. Then I come back to crane position. Then I twist my body. Now I've turned to face beside me. I do another front snap kick. I come back. I turn again. Front snap kick. front snap kick, and front snap kick. And then I switch my feet and go the other way. So give that a try. You're like one of those garden hoses that's like, except that instead of shooting out water, you're shooting out kicks. So it's like kick, turn, kick, turn, kick, turn, kick, turn. So give that a try. Every time you do a kick, bring your knee back up and turn. Boom, 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 boom. Pretty good job, guys. Awesome. And that's good for practicing balance and all that stuff. So now let's do some fake front snap kicks. So now you bring your knee up, boom, jump, and front snap kick. Very nice, Annika. That's looking great. Good. And you can go the other leg. Boom, boom, boom. Good work. Okay. Now I want to show you one that, please do carefully. You guys already know how to do this, but you have to make sure you don't hit your TV or anything. So now it's fake front snap kick, but you're going to come forward a little bit. So instead of going up with my jump, I use my leg to skip forward like that, and then I kick. So my back leg's going to skip forward, and then I kick. So give that a try. Yeah, just don't hit your TV or your phone. Because you can really move with this one. Good work, guys. Nice job. Okay, give yourself a big pat on the back. Awesome. Okay. Now, if you guys have a ball, grab a ball. Yeah. Boom. Okay, once you have your ball, you can just start throwing up and catching. Throwing up and catching. Good. What I want you guys to focus on is the throw. Your goal is to throw the ball up and have it land on your hand. So the less you have to move your hand, the better. Now, you can do a little short throw to begin. So it can be a little short throw where you hardly move your hand. But then you start to go higher. So you can throw it higher and keep your hand pretty still until you can throw your ball nice and high and catch it. Once you can do it with one hand, switch to the other hand. So you want to throw your ball up and catch it. Good. Now, if you have two balls, you can do the same thing. By the way, tennis balls are great for this. If you're at home and you're like, oh, I wish I had tennis balls, or I wish I had balls, tennis balls are really, really good. So from here, you can throw them both up and catch them. Or you can keep using one ball if you don't have two balls that work. Doing it with two balls like that, Annika, is really hard, but you're doing great with it. Good. Okay. Now the ultimate level of this. I'm going to throw one ball up, and then I'm going to throw up the other ball, and I'm going to catch one ball, and I'm going to catch the other ball. So it's throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Now if that's hard for you, feel free to just practice throwing them both up at the same time and catching them in the same hands, or even taking turns and throwing up and catching. Both of those are fine. But if you want a bit more challenge, you can try the throw, throw, catch, catch, which eventually you can even do with one hand. Eventually you can just throw, throw, and keep this one-handed juggling going. Oops, but not today. Good work with that, guys. Okay, well, that was basically our class. Let's do a little bit of stretching. So before we end up completely, just take a moment and let's come down to the ground. And have your leg out. Good, and stretch one leg, so make your back nice and tall, and just go until you feel a stretchy leg. You don't want any pain, you just want to feel a bit of a stretch. I'm thinking we might go a minute longer because we started about a minute late today, just because when everyone was showing up. So stretching our leg, nice and good. Good, and switch, stretching the other leg. Good. Nice. Okay. And feet together. And kind of walk your butt backwards a little bit. And see if you can kiss your toes. I definitely can't. Also, they're really stinky, so that might not be a good idea. Hopefully you don't have stinky toes. Yeah. Okay, good. Nice. Now our last thing here, coming up, if you can, try and put one knee over top of the other, and we're gonna try and balance. Now this is the epic balancing challenge. This is pretty tough. So you can keep one hand on the ground if you need to. That makes it way easier. If you need to, you can keep two hands on the ground. But if you want the ultimate challenge, lift both hands. Whoa, awesome, cool. And that's how we're in our class today. So guys, standing on up, getting ready for Mokdo. Okay, and shoo, chariot, Kanye, ki, Mokdo Jambi, kneeling down, and Mokdo Shisha. Eyes closed, spine tall, hands on your lap, and breathe. And Mokdo Baro, eyes open, standing up. Good. And show. Chariot. Kanye. Ki. Awesome. And hands to heart. Cool. And wishing me and the rest of our awesome class love and happiness. Namaste. Cool. And wishing your loved ones out in the world, wherever they are, love and happiness. Namaste. Awesome, guys. Cool. Now let's do a quick Coach's Corner. Today, I want to tell you story. Not a story, but story. So, we all know what stories are. We tell stories all the time. You know, I'm sure you guys have heard lots of stories. Like you guys probably know the story The Lion King. You guys probably know the story of, let's see. Well, there's so many stories that you guys know. You know, Mulan maybe even, or Moana, or Cinderella, or there's thousands of stories. Well, there's actually even more than that. There's like millions and millions and millions of stories. So we all know stories. The cool thing about stories is that they're actually really important. A lot of times we think they're just things people made up and stuff like that. But the truth is, stories actually have a lot of power. So there's fun stories that are maybe a little bit silly. Like, for example, maybe The Lion King. When I was growing up, The Lion King was a story that all the kids watched. And they watched it and they actually learned a lot from it. Because we all thought, you know, oh, I'm really glad that I didn't have to go through the things Simba went through. You know, and you learn maybe to be brave or to take responsibility because you saw him just playing with his friends and having a great time. So maybe you learned from Timon and Pumbaa, Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your, and you learn to learn how to be kind of carefree. And maybe they taught you some awesome stuff. But then maybe you learn from Nala that we need to have responsibility too. So you learn to go out and do what needed to be done so that your family and your friends and your world could be great. So stories can teach us all these kind of things. So that was a story that taught a lot of people in my generation some really cool stuff. But throughout history, people have had powerful stories, really powerful stories. If you lived like 2,300 years ago in ancient Greece, you know, people would be walking around in cool robes and stuff, unless they were in the gymnasium and just, you know, all that kind of stuff. But they had different stories than we do. They had stories like the Iliad. And the Iliad is a really old story. Iliad is actually one of the oldest stories that we know. It's the story of Achilles, the wrath of Achilles. And Achilles was this great warrior, and he got mad. And that's basically the story of the Iliad, him getting mad and then getting over it. But it was a really powerful story for the ancient Greeks. Alexander the Great slept with a copy of the Iliad under his pillow every single night. It was that important to him. And people tried to live like Achilles and and it really affected their lives. So we all have stories that really affect our lives. And when we think about the stories that really touch our hearts, or the stories that really change the way we look at the world, we can realize that stories are really powerful. So I encourage you guys, really enjoy stories and try and find some stories that teach you things. But when you're watching stories or listening to stories or telling stories, try and think about what we can learn from the stories, or what they can, how they change the way we see the world. And by the way, guys, our last point here is we're all storytellers. I bet you your mom and your dad have asked you, oh, how was your day at school? Or, oh, what did you learn at the park? Or, oh, and then they ask you these things, and then you get to tell them the story of what happened. Now, the story of what happened is a really important story, because if I go and I say, I don't know, it wasn't fun, I saw a bug and it bit me, right? I'm probably not gonna have really great memories, and people aren't gonna be like, oh, that sounds fun. But if I'm like, oh, it was really cool, I went outside and the grass was like this tall, and I was like, oh my goodness, I put my face right up to a bug and I was like, hello, bug, and then it bit me on my nose, all of a sudden, that's a more exciting story. And by the way, that happened to me when I was 2. I found a bee on the ground, and I was like, oh, and it was the biggest, fuzziest bug I'd ever seen. And I went down and I picked it up and I held it up to my face to be like, woo! And then the bee bit me on my nose, and I had a scar for like 16 years on my nose from the bee. So that's an example of a story. Stories can bring us closer together, they can be fun, and they can be wonderful. And they can also teach us things like don't pick up bees and hold them close to your face. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a fantastic Friday. I hope, or whatever day it is when you're watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for training. Everyone, hands to heart, and namaste.